With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now, he's looking for more than that. Rocket on, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Love. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A run here on first down with Reynolds. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Out of the gun is a give to Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices,
and again, touchdown, Baltimore. Devon Achane, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line, because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. Here's Hall again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Shelton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. The Browns had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. Operating from the gun, Shelton. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That is Josh Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Devon Achane in the offense, ready to go once again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
2nd and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have a Browns first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Give up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll go with, and a loose football. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 5. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed, that time. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Was certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Love fires that quickly outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll hand off to Reynolds. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Here's Love. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action. Glove to throw. Open net is Waddle, complete. Now Love. And he will find his man on the outside. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To the air again, Love. Will try and do this himself. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They go play action here on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. A handoff. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here. They've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Quickly out wide is Love. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Off the play fake, Love. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing. Love. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing to start the drive. Shelton. There's a short one caught by Finn and able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Love now. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw now. Here's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. But rather the Naval Academy, back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless They can get something on the board here before intermission.
Throwing to start the drive. Shelton. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
This pass out wide to Hall.
Now we're signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
On 1st down, back to Achane.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our trip through the NFL starts now at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Saints at home to take on the LA Rams. And this is the LA defense coming up with the big play. This a big play early in the ballgame. The Rams are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, I I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot.
Pressure comes, and it's blocked. The Ravens block it. And they will wind up with a football just inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. So put that block on top of the nice lead that they have, and now it's trouble here in the third quarter on the other sideline.
Well, I think it's more than trouble. They're just trying to figure out how to survive through this ball game now. They're about to really lay it down on them.
And they can just run some clock, get this thing to the fourth quarter, try to put it on cruise control. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Love. The swing thrown underneath to Achane. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, Love. Now he's going to step, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jordan Love, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens take the block punt and convert it into 6 points.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Able to slither by. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Shelton. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Shelton. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Over the middle, he's got Golden. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he stopped immediately there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Again, it's Achane. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Up the middle, Achane. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Love from the gun. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
And this will be taken at the 13. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. Here's Achane to start the drive.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Running left, Achane.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Here's Love. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Well, just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3.
Love, they go play action now. He finds Hearns left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Play action this time with Love.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Now Love. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Love fires up quickly outside. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Achane gets it from the gun.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Give to Reynolds. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. Now Hall to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Shelton. Gets past one man. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throw out wide is incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They go play action here on first down. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Breece Hall, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10. A give left side. Here's Achane. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Back to the ground, Achane. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A pause now as they tend to an injured player. And it's a quarterback, Jordan Love. He's shaken up out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
For the Ravens field goal of 35 yards.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. First and 10 here.
Nifty footwork at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw here on first down.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens' 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. Shelton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that would get a right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. The kicker here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, there's that man again. It's complete.
Here's 2nd down.
Back to throw again.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Shelton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw. Shelton.
That's caught left side by Judy. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And the spike comes here, and that stops the clock at 25 seconds.
2nd down, goal to go.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Baltimore, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage.